Welcome to the battlefield tour of the Battle of Kelly's Ford.
Here is Route 674. The battle took place down 674 that direction. And here are the markers along the side of the road about the battle. And behind there, that bridge is over the Rappahannock River. If you're coming to the Battle of Kelly's Ford and looking at this map, this marker has been moved. It's on the wrong side of the river, so everything is in reverse. So just be aware that if you come looking for this battlefield.
The map that is in the lower right-hand corner shows where you are standing. Well, this is not where you're standing. You're standing on the other side of the river. So you have to read this map as if you were standing on the other side of the river, and then you can follow where the battle took place.
The Battle of Kelly's Ford, where my ancestor Adolphus P. Poole fought in a cavalry battle on St. Patrick's Day in 1863. Now, it's said that the Yankees crossed the river 300 yards from the bridge that I'm at now.
This is a drawing of Kelly's Ford during the Civil War. It looks quite different than it does today. This is an old hand-drawn map of the battlefield. As we can see, all of the fighting took place to the west of these markers. Now let's leave the parking lot where the first two markers were and travel down the road to try to find the rest of the battlefield. Traveling down the road where the Battle of Kelly's Ford took place. And I'm going to have to Now, the next stop on the battlefield tour is not well marked, and if you don't know what you're looking for, you're going to miss your turn. There it is, just past it. This is the turn to stop 2. You would never know it. There are no markings there. Here's what the turn looks like from the other direction. It's not easy to see. If you miss that turn, you're going to travel several miles down the road, and you're going to end up at the intersection of this road and Highway 15.
I'm at the C.F. Phelps Wildlife Management Area in the parking lot, and supposedly the place we're looking for is right down this area. I see no markings about the Civil War, so now let's go down the road here, where it said to travel down the path. And there's a big yellow thing so you can't drive your car down here. And we're going around the area. And we're going to start down the path and see if we can find it. As we continue down the path, supposedly this is the area where Major John Pelham was wounded and died just shortly afterwards. He was an artillery officer. So let's see if we can find where he fell. As we walk down the path, we've started to see the stone wall where the Union troopers had dismounted and were behind this wall during the battle. And unlike now, on the other side of this path was just an open field at that time where the Confederates charged at the Union. So we're walking down a path in front of the stone wall where the fighting took place. Okay, we've made it to the Rappahannock River near Wheatley's Ford. And Wheatley's Ford was a major marker on the battlefield. And near here, some of the most intense fighting took place. Of course, it wasn't along the riverbank. It was further back, which is now wooded around here. But this is where the battle would have taken place, near here. This is a conservation area, and this path I've come down, we should have found Pelham's marker where he fell, but we missed it. So I'm gonna have to walk back and see if I can find it. Wish me luck. All right, I've come to where the path splits, and now I'm gonna backtrack and show you how to get to Pelham's marker. It's not easy to find. Now, the description I found on the internet said that just past a tree that had fallen. But see, now I see on both sides of the path here where it looks like a tree fell over the path and someone cut it up a long time ago. So now I'm going down the path that leads to it. Now, if you're not looking for it, here is the split in the trail. But what gave it away for me, because I was looking for a marker, is that little ribbon in the tree right there down this path. Once I saw the ribbon, I knew it was marking something. So I continued down this right path, and it twists a little here. And there, do you see that on the ground? It's another yellow ribbon, or pink ribbon, I should say. Another pink ribbon. And as I came up the path a little bit more, I noticed there's a group of stones with another pink ribbon on it. Now when you see this group of stones with the pink ribbon on it, turn and you'll see another pink ribbon in the tree. Then it goes down over this small creek, but there's stones to walk over. And more ribbons in the trees. And there, in front of me, is the stone where Major Pelham fell. And it's got the artillery cannons on it. And then as you look down the marker, there's another stone down there. I've found my way to Pelham's marker. This is where he fell. And on top of the marker, people have left stones and coins. And below the marker, they've left flowers. Well, it was quite the hike to get back here, but we found it. You had to take a fork in the road after the big gravel road ends.
To get to the next stop on the battlefield tour, turn right out of the parking lot and travel down 674 until you get to Newby's Shop Road and turn right. After turning right, you will go into a parking lot very nearby.
All right, we're at the markers at Kelly's Ford, And this marker says that directly in front of us is where the battle took place, that this is the fields in which the Federals and the Confederate Army or cavalry clashed together. And it shows that they clashed several times in that direction.
This field is where the last charges of the cavalry took place. This is the last stop on the actual battlefield, but there's one more stop on the tour, so let's get moving. To get to the last stop on the battlefield tour, go back to Route 674, take a right onto that route, and continue until you get to the intersection of Route 674 and Highway 15. At this point, take a left and look for the sign for the graffiti house. Turn left at the sign and follow the signs to the graffiti house.
This is the graffiti house that has Civil War graffiti on the walls. Across the street from the graffiti house is the Pelham marker. This is where Major John Pelham is memorialized. He was mortally wounded in the Battle of Kelly's Ford. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this tour of the Kelly's Ford battlefield and finding the marker. We did it. So until next time, see ya.